Hi, and today we're going to talk about, talking to yourself. Because there always seems to be folks in the world who think that talking to yourself is a shameful thing. Well, first off, it's not a sinful thing and it's not an unlawful thing. But some folks think if you're talking to yourself, they think, then you're missing out on talking with others. Well, sometimes what you want to talk about isn't something they want to talk about, if you know what I mean. And then you got folks that put everyone who talks to themselves in the same box or the same boat and thinks, oh, they got some kind of mind illness or something. But this is how it's like. And then Dot Williams, or Dorothy, because that's what Dot is short for. Well, I just want to know, Jordan, why do you like to talk to yourself for? Well, at first, Dot, you would look at it and you would think, yeah, I'm talking to myself. But you see, how I'm unlike everyone else is I do not have a mind illness. Alright? It's not me. It's not me, Jordan, talking with me, Jordan, And a lot of folks like to tell tales out loud. That's what I do. And sometimes I like to do it. And I'm not ashamed of it. You see, other folks go through life being ashamed that they talked out loud. They do. They truly believe, that you shouldn't do it. And they think that, if they do talk out loud, they're worried that, oh, someone out there is going to have them yielded. For what? Talking to themselves? I think you have to do something that is both sinful and unlawful to get yielded. And I believe talking to yourself is shielded by the right of free speech, but I could be wrong. Oh, sometimes I like to talk to myself, sometimes too, Jordan. Don't be ashamed of it. You're right. Because at the end of the day, folks will say, oh, you shouldn't talk to yourself, but then, oh, but then you hit your toe off of something and you went, ouch. You're like, oh, well, nobody was around. It's like, well, you talk to yourself. You see where the double standard of that comes from? Yeah, I do. And there's some folks in the world who think if you talk to yourself, they think, oh, because you're not around other folks. Hey, I've been talking to myself as way early as 1998 or 1997, or even earlier than that. So it wasn't something that just started doing. It's something I've been doing my whole life. You know, and a lot of folks in their mind think that it's a shameful thing and you should not talk to yourself, or they look down upon it as if, oh, I'm too good to talk to myself, or as if, oh, I never talk to myself, is how other folks take it though. Other folks are like, yeah, I don't say nothing, I keep my mouth shut all day, I don't say anything. Then when I talk on the far speaker or something, then it's when I talk to someone or when I see them. Yeah, that's bullshit. You stumped your toe, you said ouch, no one was around, you talk to yourself. And Dot, some folks have this belief that you're going to get yielded for talking to yourself or be put in some kind of healing house for talking to yourself. I think there's a little bit more that someone has to do in that, you know. Oh, tell me about it. because everyone had those beliefs over what you should and should not do. You know, Miss Fisher, she, Jordan, says and does things that many folks think is you should and should not do. Well, tell me, Dot, does Frine talk to herself does she talk to herself sometimes? Because hell, I've worked for her from time to time. Oh, every once in a while she does, you know, but she's not ashamed of it. Not unlike you're not ashamed of it, but other folks are. So you heard it. Stop being ashamed of talking to yourself. I'm not ashamed of it, and neither should you.